Behold the Lamb of God. Behold him who takes away the sins of the world.
Most of the time, Father Sean Raftis focuses on his parish priest duties at Holy Cross Catholic Church in Townsend. But sometimes he just can't help being a kid.
It's just kind of an adult version of a very juvenile game.
The game is tag. Father Raftis and his friends played it in the hallways of Gonzaga Prep during high school, and on the last day of school in 1982, classmate Joe Tomberry thought he was it forever.
And so in 1990, we were all sitting around one day, we got together, and we were all kind of going our separate ways. Some were getting married, others had jobs elsewhere. And we decided, hey, it'd be a good idea to have mercy on Joe and basically bring back the tag game.
Classmates and now attorney Pat Schulteis drew up a legal agreement with 3 rules. The game is live in February, there are no geographic restrictions, and there are no tagbacks. But there have been some interesting taggings from creative disguises.
Last year, Joe Tomberry dressed up as an elderly Italian gentleman, and then another friend, he dressed up as an elderly woman. He put a shawl on.
To unexpected surprises.
I got in a friend of mine's trunk, he picked me up, and we conspired to tag Joe, and I popped out of the trunk and tagged Joe.
Even traveling halfway around the world.
He and his wife were going to Munich. One of my friends and his wife were working in Munich, so he actually went from Spokane to Munich, Germany.
Father Raftis has yet to be tagged in church and doesn't foresee that happening.
I think it's too easy of a target if I'm in Mass. And so I think once I set foot out the rectory or after Mass or before Mass, all bets are off. This friend of mine says you're like a deer in elk hunting season.
The number of tags can vary. Some years it's less than 10. This year it was near 50. Most likely because their game was featured in an article in the Wall Street Journal.
At the middle of the day when the article came out, I remember getting a call from the UK for an interview, and something's up. The whole day, Facebook was going crazy. They were getting a lot of hits on the Wall Street Journal. It went international.
ESPN and CBS also came calling, and there's even talk of a movie starring Will Ferrell and Jack Black. Despite the unexpected notoriety, Father Raftis says the real message behind the game remains friendship.
And so when you take a step back, you can understand it isn't necessarily about us. It's about, appreciating and keeping in touch with good friends throughout the years.
In Townsend, Tim McGonigal, MTN News.